Hello, my name is Hélène Daniel and I work in France for the aeronautics industry. I bring methodologies, expertise and support to supply chain teams to lead improvement projects, thanks to supply chain best practices, lean methodologies and change management. 3 years ago, I joined the French-speaking Association for Supply Chain Management as a member of the board. It gives me the opportunity to meet with experts and professionals from other industries, and with them to play to the latest serious games in supply chain management, and then to increase my expertise. I am an engineer, I am a woman, and I have always worked in the industry. So I must say that in 15 years, there has been some progress in the percentage of women holding technical positions in the industry. However, it remains very important to first promote industrial careers to young ladies when they are choosing their study area. Still very important to reinforce women networks in our organization. And last but not least, as managers, we can act to have 50-50 women-men teams. Actually, this is what we are doing in the associations, since we are 50-50 by genders. The association was created in 1991 to serve the French-speaking community of supply chain managers. Within the association, we are convinced that by sharing knowledge, best practices, and innovation, it will create performance and growth. So it is what is embedded in our vision. The association started under the name of FAPICS with the promotion of EPICS certifications. The activities of the association now cover a wider scope, benefits for members with the organization of events and networking, such as afterworks or conferences organized around specific topics, the sharing of success stories, and the introduction of several certification programs. Our members are individuals, so professionals or students, companies and their employees, multinationals, as well as small and medium-sized companies. So you can see some of them on the slide. Partners, such as consulting firms interested in the innovation and best practices shared. Academics, so their students can benefit from the membership. And also other associations, which are partners, such as the Global Compact.
Hello, my name is Anne Schatz and I'm Deputy Secretary General for the association. I work for Total Supply Chain in France, currently on digital and innovation for our downstream activities worldwide. Those digital and innovation topics specifically highlight the need for diverse visions and diverse skills in the supply chain, allowing us to see more and more women at key supply chain positions in the organization. These examples lead the way for younger ladies who can better see themselves in supply chain careers. But this requires strong activities of networking and promotion down to schools and universities to encourage girls towards supply chain studies. Confronting visions and promoting diversity is the DNA of French-speaking Association for Supply Chain Management, giving our members access to a range of initiatives, of which training and animation of serious games that we are going to cover later in this presentation. We are encouraging networking and sharing through afterworks in Paris, but also locally. We're gathering our members in our annual convention to exchange on trending topics. Our last convention was focused on responsible and profitable supply chain. We are also promoting events of interest and developing cooperations to enlarge our horizon, such as with this very event, Global Women Supply Chain Leaders. French-speaking Association for Supply Chain Management also aims at fostering innovation and sharing best practices and success stories. This is the example of demand-driven story in France. DDMRP was introduced by FAPICS at the time, now French-speaking Association for Supply Chain Management, in 2013, followed by Demand-Driven Adaptive Enterprise in 2016, and a year later, Adaptive SNOP. making France a pioneer and the world leader in demand-driven education. FAPICS has also co-developed Adaptive Enterprise Foundation training and the serious game Fresh Connection, a DDSNOP experience.
Hello, everybody. I'm Isabelle Bellessor. I'm the Global Head of Supply Chain for etex. It's a lightweight building materials company, which has its headquarters in Brussels. I'm there to lead the transformation in supply chain and bring greater value to our customers in an industry which has not yet been disrupted like many others already. 3 years ago, I joined the board of the French-speaking Association in Supply Chain Management. This was to broaden my network, meet and exchange with peers from other industries, to exchange ideas, best practices, promote supply chain, and promote women in supply chain. I also have 20 years experience in supply chain in the automotive industry. I'm very honored to be part of the top 100 global leaders in supply chain that made the selection this year, 2020. As women and as leaders in supply chain, we do have both the challenge of promoting supply chain and promoting women, trying to attract young ladies into the industry, make careers quite attractive in supply chain for women. We also have the responsibility to promote, encourage, support the women already in supply chain or already in the organizations which could transfer to supply chain. So quite an exciting challenge. For the last 3 years, the association has been distributing the serious games, such as the Fresh Connection, which is focused on supply chain, the Cool Connection, which is bringing the financial angle in, and more recently, the Blue Connection, more focused on the circular economy. We have designed specific workshops in demand-driven SNOP and risk management, and with our partner Agilea, with whom we introduced DDMRP in France 10 years ago, we are representing the flow simulation game, which is inspired by the famous beer game. The association is also actively engaged in an initiative to raise the awareness about best practices in supply chain management in the format of a Tour de France, given the various locations across the country the events takes place. And they can be organized through company leaders, local leaders, neighboring towns, schools, various stakeholders who are eager to develop supply chain to bring more business. Another very important topic the association is strongly committed to is CSR, corporate social responsibility. And the association has been a member of the Global Compact for the last 3 years and is now preparing the certifications to MAIM, which is a Lucy label.
Hello, I am Stéphanie Bayard from France. I am an operation management teacher since 15 years, and my specialty is supply chain management. I teach in the mechanical engineering course, and I'm proud to say that we have more and more girls interested in those fields. I hope to inspire them and to show them that supply chain is not a question of gender. I've always collaborated with professionals, and I think it is important to create and develop links between industrial and academic worlds. This is why I'm involved in AfrSCM. It allows me to meet professionals and to be aware of the last trends. It confirms me that it is important in our new world to stay up to date. This is one of the reasons I've started the PhD thesis since 2 years. It is focused on demand-driven MRP, which raises both professional and academics' interest. Beyond my personal consideration, I also want to give my students the very last trend of supply chain management. This is also why I'm involved in AfrSCM. We share the idea of promoting those last trends and to spread them into the community. The association proposes different courses and certification embedding both basic and advanced supply chain concepts. Our partner proposed the AfrSCM certification, the one from APICS certifications such as CPIM and CSCP, and the one from Demand-Driven Institute, DDL, GDP, and Adaptive Enterprise Foundation. The association also has the exclusivity for the International Supply Chain Alliance certification in France, for which we adapt the content. We also are the executive distributor for the new demand-driven institute certification, the adaptive systemic thinking. We all think that those type of credentials can help both individuals in upgrading their skills and the community by spreading the best practices. We think that supply chain management education, and especially certification, can be a good lever to be recognized by the community, whatever your gender or your age. Our association is fully concerned by equality. And you can see that our board is currently 50% by gender. We also salute the Global Women Supply Chain Leaders Initiative as a strong promotion of supply chain management careers for women. And we really hope that many of these type of initiatives will lead to improve our situation.